Hey everybody, welcome back to the garden. It's 2024. It's May 4th, 2024. So this is my first time in here since last year, and I haven't really done much over the winter because there was a lot of snow down and there's not much you can do really. So yeah, so this is my first time in here. I had went on a trip to Cuba 2 weeks ago, and I came back and I got really bad sunburn on my shoulders, second-degree sunburn. So I had hoped to get in here last weekend and do some work because it was a great weekend, a long weekend for me. But I couldn't do anything, unfortunately. So here we are. And yeah, so this is the first time I've come in here. I'm going to spend some time today getting the beds on the go. I'm going to dig them with a fork. Not really dig them, I'm going to put the fork down and loosen it up, the soil a bit, and prepare it for planting. And I'm going to put my fire hoses, I'm going to run them down to the river, and we'll fill up my water barrels and get ready for the season. And then tomorrow, which is Sunday, May 5th, we're going to actually put some onions and broccoli in these beds and start the season off, even though it's cold and wet out. But I'm going to put some remake cover on them and see if I can get stuff growing. In the meantime, I've already got some garlic planted here, which I'll show you in a moment, and that's coming up quite nice. And overall, I'm looking forward to this season. I'm going to grow a lot more food now that I kind of know what I'm doing, and I'm going to expand the garden a little bit. I'm probably going to do another bed, another raised bed over in that area, and I may put another row right here, or I may turn this into an asparagus bed here. We'll see what happens. See what I feel like. See how the flow goes. But anyway, let's get started, and I'll show you around. So this is the garlic here. It's coming up quite nicely. You can see it's already up about 5 or 6 inches there on the right hand side right here. But then I also have this other kind of garlic here, which doesn't seem to be growing as fast, and they're two different kinds. And to be honest, I can't recall which is which. One is a red garlic called Russian Red. So when I haul them up in July or August, I'll figure out what it is then. The other one is just a regular white garlic. I believe it's called Music. All in all, these raised beds with this sort of no-dig method is great because their soil doesn't get like overly disturbed, so there's not a whole lot of seedlings and stuff growing out. There's little patches of grass and stuff here like this. I think if you like came through and tilled all this, there's so many dormant seeds in the soil that I'd grow more weeds than I would anything else. So it seems to be working out pretty good. This is the second year for these beds, and it worked out pretty good last year. I'm gonna make some changes this year. Last year I planted the rows going this way, and this year I'm going to plant long rows going up and down the beds like this. But anyway, let's get to it. So this is the river that I'm using to fill up my water barrels. It's coming right down here. It's about 400 feet from where I had my water barrels. So a fire hose, and I put it down here, run it up to the woods, connect it all, and then put it up to my pump, and then pump this water up into all barrels. And it worked out very good last year, and hopefully it's going to work the same this year. So we'll see what happens. It's very calming, very nice down here. Some good water. It's awesome, man. So I bought this little pump here, and I was trying to figure out a way to connect the fire hose to this fitting, and they don't match, so I can't put that on here the way it is. However, thankfully I'm a machinist, so I made up my own adapter. So this fits into the fire hose, and then this end right here goes onto my pump. This hose here connects to the bottom right here, and this will suck up the water from the river, pump it in here, and then out through here. There we go. Got some good pressure here. I'll follow it up now. That's nice and hot. I made the unfortunate mistake of wearing a polyester sweater today. I was going to wear my wool sweater, but I thought I could get away with this. But it's a little bit too cold for it, unfortunately. And I sweat a little bit and stuff. And as soon as like polyester or cotton gets a bit wet, man, it sucks the heat right out of you. So I'm a little bit chilly here. But that's it, man. It's the beauty of being outside and doing work outside. It's great to see the vision that I had during COVID there around 4 years ago finally come together and start to bear fruit, shall we say. Definitely a bit of a process, definitely a lot of work, hours, dozens of hours reading about what constitutes healthy soil, what the plants need, different plants, different environments that they need. Had to start them from seedling phase, move them into young plants, had to plant them outside, protect them from frost, and protect them from pests and moose and all that sort of thing. Grow a bit of an ecosystem in here. So that's been a pretty fun experience. And just the whole thing of trying to live outside of the system as much as possible. So, cut down the amount of money that food corporations get from me, and also increase the amount of healthy food that I eat. And like everything these days, everything's so industrialized that even buying like vegetables from like an industrial farm, it's just I can't intellectually drive with that sort of idea. I think this is much more of a holistic thing for me. I can grow my own food, I can come in here and get away from people, get in touch with nature a bit. Also spend some time on my family land here, kind of getting in touch with my roots. Going back to the past a little bit, but bringing the past into the present. So it's been a full spectrum of things, both philosophical and practical, which are coming together in one for me. It's very satisfying, and I'm very excited to see what this year is going to bring and what the future holds for this. And hopefully build a little community among people in this area. Keep it low, keep it small, but hopefully build a indoor garden community and kind of live outside of modern society as much as possible. So it's been fun. And I hope you enjoy watching, and I hope you enjoy the journey over the next months and years. And thanks for your attention.